Hey there everybody and welcome back to my channel. This is the first video of the tutorial series on this channel and we'll be learning about how to place a band manually. Now these are used for your fixed space maintainers, that is your band and loop space maintainer, your lingual arch space maintainer, your Nance palatal and your transpalatal space maintainers. Usually we have these pre-formed bands available in the market, but in case your tooth anatomy is different or you don't have these handy, you need to know how to manually pinch a band onto the tooth. Now these band materials, they come in various thicknesses based on which tooth we're going to be placing it on, whether it's your anterior tooth, your bicuspids, your primary molars or your permanent molars. Here in today's case we'll be placing it on the second primary molar, so the molar, as you can see next to the exfoliated space, that's what we're going to be placing it on. And so I've chosen the band material that is of 0.005 thickness. You can see that written on the reel itself. Now that's done, let's look at the instruments that you'll be needing for the placement of the band. Starting with the first, that is your band pusher. This is what you're going to be needing to approximate and push and place the band, adapt it onto the crown surface. Then you'll be needing the curved hoe. Now the curved hoe is used before you've done your final band pinching, so this is like a semi-final band pinching to approximate the edges. Once your curved hoe is done, then we need a pair of scissors. Now here I have my crown cutting scissors, but you can use any scissors to cut off the band from the reel. Then you have your final band pinching pliers, or they're also known as peak pliers. Now as you can see, based on the contour, they come in right and left side, and I'll be telling you how you're supposed to be using your right and left side. Then comes the band remover. This is once you've placed the band onto the tooth, this helps you take it off the tooth to make any changes. Then you have your straight hand piece and your greenstone burr. Now once you've taken, once the instruments are done, you're going to approximate how much band you're going to be needing. So that can be done wrapping it around your pinky finger. We're going to be leaving a little bit of excess on the edge, as you can see. Now once you've taken your band, appropriate band material, you're going to be approximating the two edges and we're going to be spot welding this. So you're going to be placing it on the spot welding table. Place the pin exactly where you want the spots to be. 2 or 3 spots are more than enough. Now you're supposed to be very careful with the spot welding machine because the sparks fly everywhere, so keep a safe distance, approximate and then spot weld. Once that is done, we're going to be placing it onto the tooth again, and now this is where your procedure starts. You're going to take your band pusher and you're going to start adapting the band onto the tooth surface. Now by adapting, I mean to follow, you're supposed to make the crown follow all the contours of the tooth. Once you know where your band is sitting, once you know your mesial and distal ends, we're going to take the crown out now and we're going to start festooning the crown. This is done with the help of your greenstone burr. Now festooning is basically following the gingival contours of the tooth. Now this is done in cases where your crown is a little high in the occlusion and it's hampering the occlusion. So when you festoon it, it sits properly in the gingival contours and it maintains the occlusal level of your tooth. So this is going to be done only on the proximal surface, that is your mesial and the distal surface. Once you've festooned both the mesial and the distal surface, this is what it's going to be looking like. Now the festooning depth depends on how high or low you want it to be on your tooth. Now after festooning, I'm going to start adapting again. You take your band pusher and you start pushing it. Make the band follow the proper anatomy of the tooth. Now when you're doing it in the patient, you're supposed to be very careful because the patient has a lot of saliva and the band tends to slip. So you're going to have a very firm and a very secure pressure. Like if you can see, my band pusher just slips, so you're going to be very careful. Then you take your curved hoe and you're going to just finely pinch it. Once you are happy with where your band is placed, you're going to finely pinch it. So this is what it's going to be looking like before the final pinching. This is not the final pinching. Now I'm happy with this, so I'm going to be using my final band pinching pliers. So I'm just going to pause the video right here. As you can see, I've taken my final band pinching pliers, and if you can see the depth, so always whenever you're going to be pinching, your concave surface is going to be towards you and your convex surface is going to be in the dip. So here you have your tongue space or the floor of the mouth. So my concave surface is facing towards me and the convex surface is facing the floor of the mouth. So this is what it looks like. Once I've done the final band pinching, this is the kink, this is the final band pinching. Now we're going to spot weld and secure this. So again we're going to spot weld on the top and the bottom surfaces. So this is spot welding on the top. Once you're done spot welding on both the edges, this excess portion that's hanging posterior to the last spot weld, we're going to trim that off. We're going to cut that excess edge off. So you take your scissors and you trim off the excess portion. And once you've cut off the excess portion, this is what it's going to look like. As you can see, it has sharp edges and this can hurt the tongue of your patient or any oral structure of your patient. So you're going to take your greenstone burr again and you're going to smoothen it out, smoothen all the pointy rough surfaces and make it nice and round. Once you've properly polished all the edges, this is what it's going to look like. Now we're going to place it back in the oral cavity, and this excess edge that you can see, we're going to bend it and we're going to merge it with the crown onto the tooth. Now always whenever you're bending, you're going to be bending it from the distal surface to the mesial surface. Now why do we bend it that way? It's because your tongue moves from the distal surface to the mesial surface. If you do it the other way around, then the tongue is always going to impinge the band and it may dislodge the band or it may hurt the tongue. So always from the distal to the mesial, you apply firm pressure and merge it with the band, and to finally secure it, we're going to spot weld it again. 2 or 3 spot welds are enough. Once you've spot welded it, we're going to smoothen it out and merge it completely with the remaining band that you have created. And that's it. That's your final band pinching. I hope you like this video. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.